This is Good Morning San Diego.
Well, if you weren't aware, February is National Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month.
Standing by in our green room is Mark Powell from the San Diego County Board of Education. We're going to be talking to him about teen dating violence when we come back on Good Morning San Diego. It is estimated that 1 in 10 teens will be intentionally hurt by someone they're dating this year. This abuse can affect individuals regardless of age or gender. Joining us now to talk more about National Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month is Mark Powell, a board member from the San Diego County Board of Education. Mark, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Unfortunately, under such a grim topic, but this is one that is way more prevalent than I think people give it credit for. And this is something that we really see affecting kids at a very young age.
That's correct. So the numbers are staggering. 1.5 million students every year nationwide will report that they were abused physically by a partner in a relationship. That's both boys and girls. That comes out to 4,000 times a day for the entire school year. So it is a big problem that we're seeing on school campuses.
And it's being affected and changed by social media. I mean, I've heard stories of emotional abuse taking place in high school relationships via text messages and other social media. So what are some of the signs that parents really need to be aware of and think about if their child is dating? Because some of them are not so obvious.
Okay, there's three, I put it in 3 different categories. We have physical signs. Those are pretty obvious. You'll see unexplained bruises, choking, hitting, slapping, those kinds of things, those physical signs. Then we have the emotional signs, which are not so prevalent. They're hard to detect. For example, sudden losses in weight, a retraction from friends, a drop in grades, and then the digital signs, if you can monitor your kids' text messaging. Those are threats online or social media threats. Those 3 different categories, when you put them together, they can equal a very dangerous pattern for somebody who's in a relationship.
Yeah, it's really important for parents to talk to their child about their relationships, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. The sad thing is some of these kids do not have parents that can help them. Their parents may be in abusive relationships. They may just come from a single parent home where it's very difficult with one parent working. So we do have resources at the County Office of Education to help students, teachers, and parents, first of all, recognize the signs and figure out something to do when they see these signs.
So where should a parent, teacher, even a student, a friend of a student go? What's their first step if they want to draw attention to this?
Okay, the first step is if you log on to the County Board of Education's website, we have a teen dating abuse toolkit where you can identify the kind of things that go on with teen dating abuse. There's also a test for students to take to determine if they're in an abusive relationship. Also, we have a national hotline through Love is Respect. Love is Respect is a nice website for kids to go 24-hour a day, 7 days a week hotline where they can call if they suspect or a friend suspects that they're in an abusive relationship.
And then what happens from there? I mean, a red flag is raised, maybe a question is given to the student involved, and they tend to say, nope, nothing's wrong, none of that's going on, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, like you said, the numbers are staggering. 80% of students that are involved in an abusive relationship stay in that relationship. That sometimes transfers over to domestic violence issues when they get older. They remain in this cycle. So we need to break the cycle of abuse. So what we do at the County Office of Education, what parents can do is they can report these things to the school counselor, to the principal, but if they suspect physical abuse, those need to be reported to law enforcement. And law enforcement can intervene when it comes to cases such as battery, choking, hitting, slapping, those kinds of things.
I mean, you're in the Board of Education for the county. How often do you see this happening in San Diego County?
Unfortunately, it happens more than I'd like to see. One incident is more than you want to see. But in addition to being on the County Board of Education, I have 2 daughters that are in high school. And I worry about their own safety when they're in relationships. However, by modeling good behavior, with parents modeling the behavior, that's one of the best ways to make sure that your child is not in that type of relationship.
Yeah, give them a good example as
You
to
have
what
to
a
set the
relationship should
example,
look
and
like.
teachers and administrators and counselors, they can help set that example and talk to kids about what it's like to be in a healthy relationship and give them the tools that they need to get out of a relationship that they believe is not healthy.
All right. Mark Powell, an important discussion. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here
very
this morning.
much.
Appreciate it.